I'm overstepping here, but I know off the radar, you've been helping a local mom whose son tragically died of brain cancer. And I'm hearing from various people in the community that you are stepping in to help somehow. How are you helping?
Yeah.
What's the situation here?
Yeah, so we met Sherri, the mom you're mentioning, actually
I saw
about
you
2
at the
weeks ago.
Celebration of Life, right? Celebration of Life in
Yeah.
College Park. A lot of people came out. A young man,
Yeah.
he was feeling fine. One day he said he had a headache. He got checked out of the doctor. He still had another headache. They couldn't figure things out. And then after a few weeks, they determined that he had a brain tumor, and he's no longer with us. So he worked in the College Park area where I live. And so I saw you there, and different people were talking about how you're trying to help, but I wasn't really clear on what you're doing.
Yeah, well, we met with Sherri again. So at the Celebration of Life, she came to our office, and we're asking for her to bring us some of her documents in dealing with Florida's Medicaid system. Because what she has been struggling with when taking care of her son was essentially reimbursement for Medicaid, because her son was already set to be in hospice. And because he was going to hospice, she struggled to get state coverage for his care. The assumption is that once you're in hospice, you no longer need any type of state benefit, though other states do still provide that type of coverage. And so she has went to Virginia for another Celebration of Life, but when she gets back, we're going to be continuing to get more in the weeds with whatever documents and conversations she's had with the state Medicaid system, because what we're learning and what we've known for a long time is that Florida's Medicaid system is very, very cheap and narrow compared to other states. Eligibility is difficult, and then even when you do get coverage, getting coverage for all of those services can be nearly impossible. And every call agent will give you a different message. And so we really want to make sure that for families like Sherri, they don't have to go through that type of experience, and that we can try to see if coverage for those in hospice can be secured. Because in her case, her son had childhood cancer, and the fact that she could get better care in a different state but not at her home state when it comes to making her son as comfortable as possible is shameful. And we want to do everything we can to help her and any other families in that situation.
It is so heartbreaking to see what she's gone through. And you described it perfectly, going through the weeds, because there's so many layers. And she's pretty savvy. And for somebody who's savvy not to be able to figure it out, imagine the common, blue collar worker who's trying to figure things out if their family gets hit with such a difficult health diagnosis. So keep us updated on that. You started filing